Hi, my friends. Welcome to this Ignite Your Inner Fire class. This class is going to be a core class that is focused on stimulating your solar plexus area, which is also known as your manipura chakra. This is an energy center that resides around your navel, and it is associated with kind of being like the seat of your interpersonal power, your self-confidence, your self-worth. So we're going to work to stimulate that area today in a couple of different ways. Let's go ahead and get started. You might need a couple of blocks, those are only props that you'll need today. Go ahead and get started in a seated position, just anything that's comfortable. If you like to sit up on a prop, you're more than welcome to. Let's close down your eyes and then bring both of your hands just kind of on your belly, around the navel area, and just take a few deep breaths and imagine the breath going right to that area. This chakra is associated with the color yellow, so you can even visualize a yellow light, a warm light in this area. And for today's class, I would like to choose a mantra that I think really fits with this area, this feeling of sometimes not feeling like we're enough. With today's society and kind of keeping up with the Joneses, I feel like there's always something out there that we can compare ourselves to. And the purpose of this area and stimulating this area is bringing that personal power and that sense of self-worth back. So the mantra that I would like to use today is simply, I am enough. So throughout class today, you can restate this mantra. Let's say it one more time, either out loud or to yourselves. I am enough. You can release your hands, you can softly open your eyes. Before we get started with moving around our mat, I'd like to do a little bit of breath work. I will make this a little bit more abbreviated for the recording, and if you would like to pause it here and extend your kapalabhati breath for a little bit longer, you are more than welcome to do so. But we will do, it's called kapalabhati, it's the skull shining breath, and this is a breath work that can really increase our energy. It stimulates this area through some abdominal contraction, and it's just like an energizing, powerful breath work. I will say, first of all, if you have any blood pressure conditions, heart conditions, or if you suffer from any anxiety, this one's probably not for you. So I will just invite you during this practice, take both hands to your belly. You can close your eyes and work on just doing even inhales and even exhales. So pick a count that works for your breath cycle, maybe 4, maybe 5. Count, 4 for the inhale, 4 for the exhale, and just continue to do that. Just do an even, calming, balancing breath. If you'd like to try kapalabhati, I will take us through 2 very abbreviated rounds of the practice, and then you can pause the video and do a little bit more if you'd like, or you can just move right into the asana practice with me. But just for a little taste of a breath work that can help stimulate this area, I'd like to offer right here. So for kapalabhati, what we'll be doing, it's a passive inhale and then a forced exhale through contracting your abdominals. So we'll do a normal breath cycle of in and out through the nose. Take a normal inhale through the nose, and then on the exhale, you'll start your practice. And what you're doing, it's almost, I like to envision, almost like someone is like punching you in the gut. You're going to contract the abdominals in, force the exhale out. You'll hear an audible exhale, and then just passively allow the air to come back in on the inhale, force it out again on the exhale. We'll just do 11 breath cycles with that, so just 11 exhales, and then take a normal inhale, stop the practice, resume, and then we'll do another short round of 11. Normally you would do maybe a little bit longer, more exhales, but since we're getting just a little touch of this practice, we'll do 11 today. So this will be in through the nose, out through the nose. If if you'd like to have your hands on your knees, sometimes that works. I like to kind of keep my fingertips on my belly, and that reminds me to really draw it in for the exhales. So choose whatever works for you. We'll go ahead and start. Let's take a normal inhale and exhale through the nose. Take a normal inhale in, and on your exhale, start the practice. Normal inhale in, normal exhale out. Do a few rounds of normal breath. You can see that this is very stimulating to this area with that forced contraction of the abdominals. Let's do one more round of 11. So normal inhale in, normal exhale out, inhale in, and begin. Normal inhale in, normal exhale out. So if you would like to continue on with that, you can pause the video and do a couple more rounds doing 11, or you can try to work up to maybe 20 exhales, just whatever works for your body. If not, let's go ahead and get started moving on our mat. We will start in tabletop. So bring wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, and let's just do a few dancing lions to get started. So circle, knees, hips back, circle over the wrists. This is a nice wrist warm up, hip warm up. Let's change directions, come back around the other way. And then next time we come to the front, let's just meet in a neutral tabletop. We'll do a few cat and cows here. So on your inhale, drop your belly, draw your shoulder blades towards one another, chest reaches through, sit bones back, cow. On your exhale, press the mat away, tuck your pelvis, draw the belly in, shoulder blades away from the spine. So inhale, belly drops, gazes forward. Exhale, shoulder blades away from the spine, tuck the pelvis, push the mat away. Do a few more cat-cows on your own breath. Inhaling through cow, exhaling through cat. Feel your spine start to awaken. Feel that area around your belly warming up as we contract and release. Let's do one more here. Exhale through cat. And then just come back to a neutral spine. Let's inhale and lift the right leg out long behind us. See if you can reach that left arm out in front into a balancing tabletop. If that's not working for you, keep the left hand down. Take an inhale. On your exhale, let's crunch elbow to knee, knee to elbow. And then reach it long again. If your hand is down, you can crunch the knee in towards the nose. Let's continue doing this for a few more rounds. Exhaling, knee to elbow, inhaling it long. Feel the belly draw towards the spine. Last one here. Reach arm and leg long again. Place the left hand down. Swing that right leg out to the side. Place the foot down. And let's just walk the hands out into a nice stretch here. Gate pose, puppy stretch, mash up. Chest can come down towards the mat. Sit bones reach wide behind you. Feel an opening through your shoulders. Let's inhale. Walk the hands back to center. Place the right knee back in tabletop. Let's take that on the left side. So inhale, left leg reaches long, right hand down or reach the right arm forward. On your exhale, take those crunches. So inhaling, length, exhaling, contract. Let's do a few more, starting to warm up this area. Let's do two more. Last one. And then place the right hand back down. Swing this left leg out to the side. Place the left foot down. Walk the hands out into a stretch. You should feel a nice stretch up the left inner thigh. You can work to lower your chest down towards the mat. Forehead can go down on the mat. Chin. And then let's walk hands back. Left knee back down. You can walk your hands about a hand's distance in front. Curl your toes. Lift the hips downward facing dog. You can have bent knees here. If you'd like to lower one heel and then the other, walk out your dog a little bit, you can. Press down through all of your knuckles and your palm of your hands. And then let's just tiptoe all the way to the front of the mat. Half lift, long spine. Exhale, fold over the legs. You can have bent knees. And then let's rise all the way up to stand. We will do a couple of sun sal A's to get warmed up. Let's just do 2 rounds. The first one I'll show modified through chaturanga and cobra instead of upward facing dog. And then the second round I'll show full. So take whatever works for you. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward. Inhale, half lift, crown of the head reaches long. Exhale, plant the hands, step back into a plank. Either take a full chaturanga or lower onto your knees. Exhale, bend the elbows, chest all the way down onto the mat. Inhale, upward facing dog, or if your chest is down, press your palms into the mat. Squeeze your glutes, lift your chest, cobra. Exhale the chest down, come onto the knees, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Take an inhale. On your exhale, step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. And then inhale, rise all the way back up. Exhale, Tadasana. Let's do one more time. Inhale, arms up over the head. Exhale, fold forward. Crown of the head releases. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back to plank, lower to the knees if you need. Shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's stay here for 1 breath. Let's inhale. Lift the right leg up high to the sky. Exhale, let's do knee to nose 3 times. So right knee to nose. Inhale it back up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale it back up. Exhale, knee to nose. Plant that right foot. Lower onto that back knee. Let's inhale. Arms up. Anjane Asana. Low lunge. Allow your hips to shift forward. Your right knee is tracking over that right ankle or towards the right ankle. Exhale. Hands down on blocks or the mat. Shift your hips back. Come into Anjane Asana. Nice stretch up the back of the right leg. I said Anjane Asana and it's not. It's Ardha Hanumanasana half split. But let's come back into Anjane Asana now. Low lunge. Palms face one another. Exhale, shift the hips back one more time. I love this movement between these 2 poses. I feel like it helps really open up our legs and our hips. Let's inhale, come forward again. Exhale the hands down on either side of the right foot. Keep the left hand down on a block or the mat. Let's lift that back knee, open the right arm up, twisted lunge. Stay here for a breath. And then see if you can come onto the outer edge of that left foot and step that right foot back into a side plank. You can always come down onto the left knee or stay up in side plank. Challenge here, lift that right leg, lift the right arm up overhead. Do a few oblique crunches here. Elbow to knee, knee to elbow. Let's do 2 more. Last one. And then let's meet back in plank. Take a vinyasa or meet in downward facing dog. In downward facing dog. On your next inhale, lift that left leg up high to the sky. Let's do knee to nose 3 times. So exhale, knee to nose, push the mat away. Inhale, leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, draw the belly in, push the shoulder blades away from the spine. 3-legged dog. Knee to nose, plant that left foot, lower the right knee. Anjane Asana, low lunge. Hips shift forward, sternum reaches forward. Nice stretch up the front of the right leg. Exhale, hands down on blocks or the mat. Shift the hips back. Ardha Hanumanasana, half split. Toes reach up towards the ceiling. Let's come forward into Anjane Asana, low lunge. Exhale, shift the hips back one more time. Half split. Next time we come forward into Anjane Asana, let's exhale the hands down to frame that left foot. Right hand stays down, block or the mat. Curl those right toes, lift the right knee, twist your lunge. Left hand up towards the ceiling. You can gaze up at that left hand. Here is our transition into side plank. See if you can come onto the outer edge of your right foot. Shift that left foot back on top of the right. Come down onto the right knee if you need to. Lift that left leg, reach the left arm up overhead, oblique crunches. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to plank, vinyasa, or meet in downward facing dog. Take a breath in your downward facing dog, in and out through the nose. And then let's start to tiptoe our feet all the way towards the front of the mat. Keep your knees bent. We'll land in crow here. So if that's in your practice, keep your palms down. We're working the knees towards the back of our triceps. So keep the palms down, knees towards the back of the triceps, bend the arms, shift the weight forward, gaze down. See if you can maybe lift one foot at a time. Give that a try. Maybe see if you can lift both. Hug the heels towards the glutes. Press the mat away. Hollow out through your chest. And then exhale the feet down. We'll land in malasana. Feet wide, toes pointing out. Lower the hips down. Long spine. This is our yogi squat. Can rock your hips side to side if that feels good. And then let's place the left fingertips down on the mat. Open that right arm up into a twist. Can gaze up at the right hand. Let's come back to center. Right fingertips down. Open the left arm. Nice twist. Can feel that right hip opening as our right upper arm presses into the inside of the thigh. Let's come back to center. We'll lower now down into Navasana. So see if you can carefully just come all the way onto your seat, on your sit bones. Lift your feet, lift your arms, palms face up. Draw the belly in, sternum forward. Your hip flexors are drawing your legs towards your torso. We're going to do 3 hollow body lowers. So for hollow body lowers, scoop out through the belly, extend the legs, feet and shoulders are still off of the mat. Hover here. See if you can inhale back up into Navasana and balance. Let's do that 2 more times. Exhale down, hollow body. Inhale up, Navasana. Last one here. Exhale down, hollow body. Inhale back up, Navasana. Last hollow body. Let's lower all the way down. Full permission to take a little break here. Collapse. We'll do a few abdominal exercises here on our back to continue stimulating this area of personal power, of worth, of strength. So let's lift our legs up, like legs up the wall, overhead. You can have your hands either down by your sides and your shoulders lifted off the mat. If you'd like to basket your head, you can do that as well. Gaze will be up at the ceiling, long neck. And then what we'll do here, it's almost like, I kind of like to call these ballerina scissors. So we're going to cross the left foot over, or the right foot over the left, come back to center, left foot over right. So we're crossing the legs, and then challenge is we're going to take this crossing motion down and up. So let's do a few rounds of this on your own breath. Down and up. Remember to breathe, drawing the navel into the spine. This whole transverse abdominis is just hugging everything in. Last one down. Last one up. You can release your head down, hug your knees in for just a moment. Big breath in, big breath out. You can let it go through the mouth. And then let's just do a few scissor kicks. So have your head same position as before. You could always have your head down in these as well, arms long by your sides. So for these, we're simply just going to lower one leg at a time and then switch. So do a few of these. Switch, 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 switch. Let's do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug the knees in. Notice any fiery sensation there in the belly. Imagine that yellow swirling light. Find your personal power. You are enough. Hands behind the knees here. Let's rock and roll all the way up onto our seat, cross the ankles, and we're just going to come down onto our belly. So you can shoot the legs behind you, lower down onto the belly, and then from here, we'll do some Superman lifts and lowers. So feet can be a little bit wider than hips distance. You can reach your arms out in front of you into a V, and we'll just inhale, lift the chest, lift the legs, squeeze the glutes, and then lower. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Stay in this position. We'll do swimmers. So keep your arms reaching out long. We're going to inhale and lift. Stay lifted and then alternate dropping arms and legs. Let's do 10, 9, 8, 7. Squeeze the glutes. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Let's bring the hands underneath the biceps. You can press up on the knees or through chaturanga to plank. Lift the hips, downward facing dog. Let's inhale and lift the right leg up high to the sky. Exhale, bring the knee in towards your nose. Plant this right foot, cartwheel up, warrior 2. Right foot forward, left foot back, heel lines up with the back arch. Open the arms, reach them in opposite directions. Then we'll see if we can launch off from our warrior 2 and land in half moon. So if you want to scoot that back foot in a little bit, you can. Let's cartwheel that right hand down, grab a block if you need it. Place that right hand down, open that left arm up, open the left hip, flex that left foot, half moon. Bend the right knee, let's lower back into warrior 2. Stay here for a breath. And then let's straighten this front leg. We'll come into triangle. So if you know you like to heel toe that back foot in just a little bit, you can. Reach the right arm long. We're going to reach all the way in front of us till we can't reach anymore. Long side body. Exhale that right hand down onto a block, your shin or the mat. Open the left arm up. Take a breath here. Added challenge here for our solar plexus area. Let's reach the right arm up and like you're holding a ball. Left arm. See if you can hold this. Engage those left obliques. 3, 2, 1. See if you can rise all the way up. Let's come into star. Feet are facing the side of our mat. And then open your arms. Shift that left foot so that the toes are facing forward. Warrior 2 on the left. Take a breath. Shoulders down away from the ears. Gaze over the front middle finger. Let's see if we can land half moon here at the back of our mat. So cartwheel forward. You can take baby hops with this back foot if you need to. Left hand down on a block or the floor. Open the chest. Squeeze through gluteus medius muscles on both legs to stabilize you, to lift the right leg. Maybe challenge your balance. See if you can gaze up at that top hand. And then bend through that left knee. Let's land back in our warrior 2. We'll come into triangle. So heel toe this back foot in if you need to. Straighten the left leg. Reach long with the left arm. Reach, reach, reach. And then lower that left hand down onto a block or the mat. Open the right arm up. Long side bodies on both sides. Push down through these right ribs to help lengthen through the right side. Here comes our core challenge. See if you can lift this left arm. Right arm grabs the ball. Hold for 3, 2, 1. See if you can inhale all the way back up to center. And then let's just take that ball all the way to the front of the mat. We'll come back into our downward facing dog for a beat. And then let's just lower on to our knees. So just come into a kneeling position. From here, we will try some lolasana lifts, which is pendant pose. These are a fantastic core exercise, arm and shoulder strengthener. Grab your blocks. There's a few different ways that we can do these. So let's place the blocks on either side of our thighs, and you may need to try this a couple times to figure out where it's comfortable for you to have the blocks. You'll have your hands on the blocks. I kind of like to curl I don't know if this is just me, I kind of like to curl my fingertips over the front of the blocks. I'll have my thumb and pinky on one side and then my fingers curled over. I feel like that kind of helps me grip a little bit better. Alternatively, you could have your hands flat. And what we'll be doing for these lifts is we'll be pressing down into the blocks, kind of like that crow pose we did earlier. Hollow out through the chest, press down into the blocks, and then we're going to engage our abs, lift our seat. You can keep the tops of your feet down on the mat, but try to lift your knees towards your nose. So let's take an inhale, and then exhale, press into the block. See if you can lift the knees towards your nose. Exhale it down. Let's do like 5 more of these. So exhale, lift, lower, 4, 3, 2, draw that belly into the spine. Last one, and lower. Since we're here, let's just try a Lolasana. This one is so challenging for me. Full Lolasana is going to be the feet off of the mat in that position, and you'll want your knees and your hips kind of in a straight line. So let's just see if we can lift a foot. It may not happen today. It only happens for me sometimes. So let's take an inhale. On your exhale, press into the blocks, lift the knees. See if you can baby lift the feet. Hug it all in. 3, 2, 1, and collapse. That one's so tricky. All right, blocks off to the side. Let's cross our ankles and come down onto our seat. We'll take a Paschimottanasana here. So legs reach long. Sit bones ground down, get a long spine. Inhale the arms up. If you normally use a strap and you don't have one, that's okay. We'll just reach forward. So reach the arms all the way across the room. You can lower the hands down to the sides. This doesn't have to be a deep forward fold. Draw the belly into the spine. Imagine that your navel is hugging towards the spine. You're drawing that in. There's compression in your lower belly. That'll help you fold forward a little bit deeper. Let's stay here for 3, 2, 1. And then we'll inhale, walk all the way back up. Let's take the right foot. First, let's bend the left knee. Take the right foot, bring that right heel towards the left hip. We'll come into half Lord of the Fishes here, but a little bit of a variation. So instead of crossing this left foot over the right and taking the twist like we normally do, we're going to try it with a straight leg on the left and take a little bit of a twist. So grab onto the outer edge of your foot. If that's not working for you to reach your foot, you can always cross the foot over. Take a normal half Lord of the Fishes by hugging this left knee in. If you'd like to try the twist, grab the outer edge of this right foot. You'll need to place the left fingertips behind you and then lean back just a little bit as we straighten this front leg. And then press the foot into the hand into the foot. See if you can open your chest to the left. You should feel a nice stretch on the IT band on the left leg. So let's stay here. Engage those obliques. 3, 2, 1. Release. And then let's switch sides. Left heel towards left sit bone. You're either crossing that right leg over and hugging the right leg into the chest, or come with me for a little variation here. So grab the outer edge of the right foot with the left hand, right fingertips behind you. You may need to lean back just a little bit. Straighten that right leg, open the chest to the right, twist there through the thoracic spine. If this is too intense, go back to the normal half Lord of the Fishes twist with bent legs. Last breath here. And then release. Let's bring both knees in front of us. Scoot your seat. Let's lower all the way down onto our back, almost like someone's holding on to your hands. Resisting, resisting, resisting. Lower it down. And then hug the knees into the chest. Let's take just an easy supine twist. So let's take the knees over to the right. You may need to place your feet down and scoot the hips to the left a little bit so that you can come on to that right hip. We want our hips to be stacked in this twist. So stack your hips and then open that left arm up overhead. Place it out to the side with the palm facing up and then try to get shoulder blades down on the mat. And then just gaze over that left thumb. I kind of like to imagine in these twists that my torso is like a dish rag, and we're just, you know how you wring out the dish rag and you're, just letting all the dirty water go. Like that's what we're doing right now. We're just twisting everything out that's no longer serving us. You are enough. Come back to that mantra. Let's inhale back to center. Place the feet down. You might need to scoot the hips to the right. Let's twist the legs to the left. Right arm up overhead and out to the side. And then just imagine that dish rag. Just wringing everything out. Can gaze to the right. This energy center, our manipura chakra, the solar plexus, it is really the area of our self-worth, our personal power. Sometimes by stimulating this area like we've done in this class, we can help bring those feelings of I am enough, I am powerful. This has been a powerful class and you've made it. Let's inhale, come back to center. Hug the knees in one more time. And then let's release the legs out long into Shavasana. So feet reach towards opposite corners of your mat. You can lift your chest, tuck the shoulder blades underneath. And let's just bring our hands back to the area around our navel, just like we did when we started class. Close your eyes, release that control on your breath, and just visualize this yellow swirling light in this area. Feel the warmth, feel the strength, feel the power, feel the fire. No matter what, you are enough. I invite you to take this mantra with you throughout your day, throughout your week, throughout your year. You are always enough. You can stay here in your Shavasana for as long as you would like. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.